for the Starladder Major, and the draft's on the way. We're in there with an Axe Phoenix once again for the first two of NaVi, and the first two again the same for Winstrike, and also third pick for NaVi, the same once more. This time, however, Winstrike can't have the same pick because Rubik is banned.
Are you sure we're not watching the replay?
Yes, because Rubik is banned.
It's the same pick so far.
It's also the same bans, apart from one on the side of NaVi is different. Same bans on the side of Winstrike, though.
Yeah, first three bands are same. Fourth one, Faceless Void as well.
5 seconds.
So just watch a video from before what we said about the draft. We don't want to repeat it.
Yeah. Same stuff so far. We'll wait on the next pick, see if Winstrike change it up a little bit. I'm sure they will. Because at this point, what did they pick last night? They picked the Rubik third, so yeah, they'll have to do something different this time.
I don't think Rubik caused that many problems.
Nah, yeah, a little surprised that NaVi banned it. I mean, maybe it was annoying for Magical in the lane. He was just like, "Get that away from me." You know, he didn't like laning against it.
I mean, he didn't have a really easy lane at all.
I mean,
so.
he didn't win the lane, but he still had an okay time. He didn't get like totally dumped. Still.
So NaVi last picked an
Same
Invoker
heroes.
last time, and other than that, it's been the exact same.
I mean, because they banned the Rubik, they're probably going to just pick the Invoker again.
No, they're gonna. Winstrike is gonna ban the Invoker. In this
I don't think Winstrike will ban the Invoker.
There's a Batrider at the moment instead of a Rubik.
They're preparing for Invoker. They banned Lena once again.
Yep. Brewmaster is still in the
They
pool.
actually just they might actually just
No,
get a
they're
same
gonna.
draft.
They're gonna.
I don't think they'll
ban
ban Invoker. I don't
Surely
think
they are.
I think they'll think that there's ways to counter the Invoker. Because the Invoker, I feel, with last game, the Invoker really wasn't a problem for them. Like, they were able to get on top of him. He was out of position a few times, Magical, and Gyro IO kills him pretty quickly. With the combo, if they can just sort of position themselves, very, very much close to him. So, I don't know if they'll ban the Invoker.
Surely they will.
I think they'll let NaVi pick it again.
I like Batrider way more than what they had in the previous game.
Okay.
They could easily blink lasso into
Yeah,
relocate,
they need that jump.
and they have something that pierces through Luna's BKB. Also, Batrider really cool at the laning stage against both Tiny and Luna.
Yeah,
but that
it's good.
means that you're picking Batrider instead of the Brewmaster, right?
Yeah, but I think that it's like Brewmaster is like he's a great hero, he got buffs and stuff. But I think like Lacoste is right. When you're running a Gyro IO strat, the Batrider just makes much more sense than the Brew. Like, sure, the Brew's good, the Gyro IO is good, and like the Bat in this situation is really nice.
All right, ban Invoker, pick Dragon
I
Knight. Let's go.
think they're taking a lot of time. I think they're just going to ban something else. I think they're going to let NaVi pick Invoker. Yeah, they're going to ban TA. So
Yeah.
NaVi's probably just going to pick the same draft.
They might get Invoker for themselves if they feel
That's
like
true.
it. It's
Iceberg,
really good against the.
Iceberg does play.
It's good
yeah.
against the Axe once he goes in, just to counter initiate.
I mean, I think Iceberg. I want to see an Iceberg Dazzle.
Yes.
Like that could still happen with this lineup. They could say, right, let's just try the Dazzle in the mid lane this time. It is a good hero. It's super strong. It can absolutely work as a core. And could be a way to sort of run over a Luna strat nice and quickly. I wouldn't mind seeing a Dazzle getting that advantage in the lane, getting the levels. Well, let's see. Let's see what Winstrike want to do with his final pick.
I feel like they need a hero that gives them more control. They only have Batrider Lasso. Otherwise, they can just run away. They have a couple of slows, gyros, rocket, really not a reliable stun.
Let's have a look. Taking all the time here, Winstrike. Down to the final 20. Let's see what they go for. Do we get the Dream at the core Dazzle? Or are we going to get a bit of a difference?
10 seconds. I'm surprised that Lich was ignored in
Yeah,
both of the games
not
so
liking
far.
the Lich.
Team pick.
Did someone say Dragonite? I love
me.
Dragonite.
You did like the Dragon. You're bang on.
I did, yeah.
Bang on.
Nice. Thank you. It's the small one.
Let's have
The small ones have to go before the big ones.
So they're going to go for this final pick. Do they get the Invoker again?
10 seconds.
I mean, they won with it
They
last
could.
time. They won with this draft.
I mean, Spirit Vessel got nerfed, but it's still a great item against the
Yeah.
IO, Dragonite,
Yeah?
Dazzle as well, considering heal.
I mean, Magical's Lena's gone. His TA's gone. You just probably put him on the Invoker again. Screw it.
Just go for the same lineup, that's it.
I mean, I say you literally won with it. Like, sure, Winstrike draft's a little bit better than this time we ran against
Kunkka.
it. Are they going to change it?
Your hero.
So not the same draft. You don't like the Kunkka?
No, I like
Oh,
the
you do
Kunkka.
like the
I
Kunkka.
just
Okay.
don't like the fact that they
But
didn't
other
go
than
for
you
the
did
same draft.
Yeah. Yeah, Kunkka, I mean, well, that's the one of the ways to play against the Bat Rider down the line. Make sure you can save whoever's getting lassoed. Good against the IO as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it gives them even more team fight potential, especially when they use their combos.
Definitely not as great as one was though with the changes to cleave. You know, now having the fact that it does work out cleave damage is physical rather than just being a straight number that ignores armor and just gets deleted out of your health pool. So heroes like the DK are going to care a lot less. You know, could be considered a good counter in the past, just being able to cleave down these high armor heroes like a DK. You can no longer do that.
I like Winstrike's lineup better than previous. I am not sure about the change for Kunkka and Invoker because I kind of like the Invoker and the control it offered. But
I didn't really feel he did too much on the Invoker. I don't
Well,
know.
the
For
tornado's
me, it
pretty
was
good.
Blizzy and Seneko just taking over the game, and I think that's going to be the case. They got Axe and Phoenix. Like that combo is. I think that's the first two. That's just. I'd rather have that than the Gyro IO. I know Gyro IO is strong, but Axe Phoenix is just so ridiculously good in team fights.
But
in terms
part of the
catch.
reason why the Invoker helped with that Seneko Phoenix was when the egg came out, Deafening Blast just makes sure that nobody was able to attack
Sure.
the egg.
Sure, yeah, they don't have that. That's true. They don't have that aspect this time around. Well, let's see. NaVi versus Winstrike. Game 2. NaVi
Again,
up again.
they don't have the best egg hitters, and considering it's pretty much the same lineup, again, good ways to defend the egg. So if he gets the egg, I think they're gonna win a team fight always, plus a boat. Also, now they have 3 strength heroes with Luna, so even more HP for them. It also gives Kunkka more damage, which is great.
Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, I think yeah. Considering the way we saw both teams play as well in game 1, I think we're probably going to give NaVi the edge coming into this match. But let's see what Winstrike can do. Obviously, feeling confident on their ability to play with the Gyro, and they did have their strong periods last game. So let's see if they can make it work enough. And with the DK and the Bat thrown into the mix this time round, definitely these two cores that will work a lot better with regards to setting up relocate ganks, just being able to stay alive, and having that hard control that they need for Crystalliz's Luna in those mid-game fights where Crystallize can just sort of sit there and just do ridiculous amounts of right-click.
Do you think we're going to have as active of an early game as previously?
Well, I think so between these two teams, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it. I mean, they have Tiny Luna. That's a pretty strong lane from what I've seen so far. I don't like the Bat Rider, though. He doesn't have the Crow cosmetic.
He does not. This is an actual Bat Rider. Rather than the alternate animals riding.
Sorry, that was me. I hit my cup to the microphone by accident.
Okay.
If that was what you meant.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. A bit bad for users.
Step lively now. Your
Check,
admiral is
check.
on board.
Mixing him up and down. Up and down. Alright. So yeah, Luna Tiny fine. We have another axe cutting creep waves. We already see Blizzy over there. Seneko is just harassing Io a little bit. Should be living. And Iceberg is struggling. A lot. Like loads.
Oh, magical.
And he thinks it's because of vision, and it's not. And
Or
Seneko.
he's
Fine.
chilling.
Yeah, but that's his own.
Oh, you're right.
So, I don't know. He's like, team, I'm dying. He has vision over me. I need a sentry. And then that's just not the case. That's bracer number 1.
Yeah, we might see a
Let's
few
go.
braces.
Two at least.
You think? I think at least 2, right, for the Kunkka.
I mean, you become so tanky. Even in the previous patch, people just realize if they go for 2 bracers on Kunkka, you can't really die.
No.
And it gives you other stats which you need, mana.
This guy is hogging the courier. Iceberg is.
Oh, Magical missing a few CS underneath the tower here.
Yeah, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still, yeah, keeping himself ahead of Iceberg. Top lane, yeah, Blizzy's getting away with it
Yeah.
more this time around. I mean, last game they were pretty good at chasing him down and
Yeah.
looking
What
to
changed
push him
this
away
game?
from making these
Yeah,
pulls.
because he made a mistake. He was farming
Yeah.
way closer to tier 1 tower, so they could just run at him.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did start between the two before. This time he's just keeping it deep. Keeping himself well away. But Silent is now going to head over and have a bit of a look towards him. As he'll look to go on him this time round. But as soon as Blizzy sees him, goes for the TP out. Good approach to that sort of aggressive play from Silent. Just instantly removing himself from the lane, knowing that there's not going to be any sort of instant lockdown.
Yeah, I just don't want missile gonna donk him.
Wait, what? Luna has 0 CS?
What?
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 Tiny.
There you go. He's
Four.
All right,
Zero-
he got a kill.
Is that
Yeah, 0 CS, but tiny is 4.
0 CS? Right, we got to keep the camera on that lane. We got to find out what's going on down here.
I knew that he's gonna have a hard time
Sure,
in
it's
the
gonna-
lane
yeah.
against Batrider, but I didn't expect this.
0 CS.
If you miss any other kill, this is on you guys. Honestly. I'm not.
I want to see if he gets another CS. Come on, Crystallize. But yeah, dude, this Bat and Dazzle are crushing it at the moment. It's going to be a slow start for Crystallize. Even though he did get handed that first blood.
Wait. Look, that's any nice.
Dazzle getting the gold from Denies.
Oh,
A tosser of trees. Chew.
this is...
But Luna is a hero that can catch up very easily. If there's some stacks, she's fine.
Well, I mean, if there's time to do so, but if this Bat gets a good start,
Sure.
Non-Grada's just going to be all over the jungle. And oh no, the Wraith Bands. The Wraith Bands have been taken away.
that's top lane, right? That's gotta be Blizzy that gets the Wraith bands. Yeah. Flying courier too.
Because Blaze is farm.
Don't worry, Winstrike is
Oh,
almost fine.
Crystallize. Oh, they got him.
They
Salve
got him.
wasted as well.
Nice.
So NaVi, they get no farm on Crystallize, but they are getting kills down in that bottom lane somehow.
Blizzy with
working
the
out in a
2
bit of a weird way.
shields and 2 creep waves, 1.5 creep wave,
2 rings as well. He's got that sexy amount of regen.
and the swings.
And like, no, you don't want to come and try and interrupt this man. He's going to get away with this now that he's
Yeah.
got those sort of early items.
And last game they won with him having a bad start. Can't imagine what they can do with him having a good
Yeah.
start.
Oh, Sona Eco in a lot
Oh.
of trouble.
Oh, Crystallize. Oh, he's getting some farm now. Got a little bit of space.
Yep.
As Chew. Damn. Chew. On the Tiny. Pressuring around the rune point. I mean, NaVi, they are 2k ahead already. It doesn't seem to matter that Crystallize's CS got a bit of a beating because everywhere else, NaVi's been having a pretty happy old time. This middle lane. You got level 6 on Magical. There's only level 4 on Iceberg.
I don't think that should happen.
Like this is such a big difference. Like he's got
Yeah.
so many denies. Like, yeah, like sure, like he wins the lane. But
Oh.
this is by a crazy amount. Bottom, choose there. Is it enough
Yeah,
to say
but-
Crystallize? I think it is.
This new Avalanche buying so much more time for Luna to run
Oh.
away.
Yeah.
I mean, she had 10 stick
But
charges.
non-Grada
She's turning
turned.
around.
Oh, he should not have turned. He should have just run. As
Oh, what
Chew.
toss? The bottle charge. He still has one available.
Oh, there's a region bottom.
Meanwhile, Axeland. This is one scary Axe.
I mean, this is looking pretty rough for Winstrike, I've got to say. Like the fact that that Axe is getting away this much with this,
Yeah.
and the mid lane is going as one-sided as it is. This is not going to be easy for Winstrike to play their way out of the lanes. This is,
He's
NaVi.
playing way better when
Yeah.
he sees that Gyro is missing on the lane. Also, they have a ward here, so they can see when Gyro is approaching.
Is this gyro farming a Like, is that something to keep in mind if you're Navi? Like, cause Silent is doing okay.
Yeah, he's farming all right. But it's just the fact that this axe is going to be a point that as long as Blizzy has a TP and a blink dagger, anywhere the axe and the eye try and go, Blizzy's going to be there with the response.
Yeah, also when they killed the courier, so they slowed down Gyro's
Oh.
farm a little bit.
A mid lane.
Tips all round.
I mean,
Like-
look at this Kunkka.
Yeah.
He's level 7, 1.8k HP.
Oh, non-grata. Can he get out?
I don't think so. There's going to be another beam in a second in there, surely.
Yeah, but he just
Oh,
lose his last bottle charge. He might be
he did
fine.
lose the vision, yeah.
He's okay.
So it was 7.5 minute blink dagger on Blizzy. He's ready to make those plays happen.
No bracer.
No.
Well, he's already got the second one out right. Oh, you are a third? I don't know if we'll go third brace. I
Nah.
think third brace is
No.
too much. Two's the sweet spot for a Kunkka. He's as you said, yeah. He's got enough HP to work with at the moment.
That's way too much. 38 with just 2 bracers. You don't get
Oh.
damage from spells.
I mean, Iceberg sort of sitting there trying to go for a bit of the old lonely farm, but Navi's ready to strike.
I guess you didn't expect
Dunked.
8-minute blink dagger plus
Sure.
Lord of the Rings build on axe.
Right now, there's some questions
Oh.
being asked in chat.
And bottom,
Ooh.
they're going to get always want to fly as well. They surely with the
Yeah.
stick charges. He is not getting out.
Luna,
Oh,
he might kill Luna.
nah.
Yep.
One
Oh,
more hit.
oh.
Poison touch. He has a salve available
He's
that he
good,
can
he's
use,
good,
so
he's
he's
good.
fine.
I mean, this is turning into a bit of a disaster for
Yeah.
Winstrike. The lane that they were winning down, well, I say winning, they were stopping Crystallized farming for the first few minutes, but that's all just gone now because they've just fed away kills to the Luna on this bottom lane. And Crystallized is 2-0-2 in a lane that he didn't even touch a first CS for like 3 minutes. The Winstrike have crumbled on this bottom lane. Their best hope at the moment is the fact that the Gyro Silent is decently farmed.
All right,
But
I come
mid
with
lane, it's a bit of a disaster for Iceberg. They're crumbling across the map. This game is looking to be a much easier start for NaVi compared to game 1, which they won anyway. There's Non-Grata. He's been found. Chew chucks him back into the hands of Blizzy. There is the backup of Always Want to Fly, but they've got a lot of damage, a lot of
Ooh,
control. They are
relocate
going to have
over.
to relocate coming in. They will be able to punish Crystallize. Silent runs him down with the help of the IO. It's Chew. Can they get him as well? Yamachi is going to relocate back in a second. They do get the cooldown slow. Now by the chance for Silent to wrap around. Blizzy tries for the call, but doesn't actually get in position. He's now magical. Turns up as well. Control onto Always Want to Fly. Boat comes crashing down. They get the dunk down onto the Dazzle. Blizzy and Magical seeing if they can chase for more, but Non-Grata is there with full HP, full mana.
If you guys want, I can give you guys an update for the rest of the games going on right now.
Spoilers.
Sounds great.
All right. If you don't want spoilers, plug your ears until a little bit from now. All right. Virtus Pro was against 7 in the first series. They still are. They're in game 2. First game was 18 minutes long. And that was, I mean, it's to be expected, I guess. A second game on the side of Group A is Team Spirit versus No Pango. And Spirit is 1 game up. That was a half-an-hour match. And they're in the second game right now as well. In Group B, the other side of NaVi versus Winstrike is Gambit versus Empire Hope, where Gambit took the first game of the series. And we are waiting results of game number 2, which is still going on right now. So I guess no unorthodox surprise, no surprise results as far as it goes.
Mid. They're trying to kill this Kunkka, but he's got 2
so
braces.
danky.
Dude, he's got 2 braces. I don't think you're killing the man who has 2 braces.
No.
I mean, maybe you will, but it's going to take you a very... No, you're not going to kill the man that... Okay, you are. They killed the man that has 2 braces, but it cost them the Gyro's life. It's potentially going to cost them Iceberg's life as well as Blizzy. Again, with the control, the dunk down 2. They may have killed the man with 2 braces, but it cost them 2 men themselves.
I can see some frog emojis in chat after that. Like
Yeah.
you
Just surviving, walking out of this 5-man onslaught.
look at the amount of the denies on
Yeah.
Kunkka. 31.
Yeah.
That's almost 250 gold.
Jeez. That is actually
That's half.
an
Yeah,
adds up,
insanely
yeah.
high amount.
That's half a brace. There you go.
Top tower has been denied.
So NaVi continuing to cruise with the advantage.
They haven't taken down that many towers yet, though.
No, I mean, They haven't. They haven't. But then that's always... I kind of feel that's sometimes a good sign. If you're the team that has a decent net worth lead at 12 minutes and you haven't taken like the tier 1s, like that's just potential gold that is going to allow you to be even further ahead. So the fact that you're far ahead without having to rely on getting tower gold, like that just shows how far ahead you actually are. As Crystallize has nearly got his Mask of Madness.
Yeah. How good of a start Batrider had. He's nowhere near his Blink Dagger.
No, he just... Wait, how many times did he die in lane? Died, what, a couple of times in the lane?
2?
Yeah, he died a couple of times in that lane to the Luna. As I mean, mid lane Na'Vi, they will finish off the tier 1 tower now. More money for Chu. Oh, the speed is amping up. I think it's going to be very hard for... I mean, again, even though Iceberg is playing a DK, you know, more standard hero than the Rubik, it's going to be tricky for him to have an impact. He's very far behind the Kunkka. There's a 4-level difference between the two of them. As Magical's level 11 on his Kunkka.
What could Winstrike's game plan be, right? Like, they know they're behind.
Oh.
What's their route back?
They don't have the initiation yet. Also, Dragonite's so far behind.
Yeah.
They can't
So
really
fast.
pick off people. They just need to outnumber them and use the smokes.
Okay.
Magical. He had that haste rune setup. He gets the angle for the cleave onto the two of them. The call comes through as well. They do get a cooldown out on the Jara, but it doesn't matter. Winstrike again just losing 3 heroes down bottom.
The 3, but Blizzy is still looking. He's still got a blink. Magical's haste just worn off though, so...
Oh, he's also going to be able to steal a nice little ancient stack.
Nice.
More money for Na'Vi. As, yeah, game 1 looked a little rocky, but this game 2 looks pretty smooth and standard from Na'Vi's squad.
Yep.
As I really feel if you play against this team, like Blizzy's hero, like Blizzy's axe just seems to be like ridiculous every time he gets it. I think you have to ban the axe. You can't let Na'Vi open with the axe Phoenix, as they're just so good with it.
Man, I love Blizzy when I play with him in pubs. He's
Oh,
always
yeah.
so active in chat, always tries to lead the team to the victory no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's not good. We got talked to him a few times at the Dream League Minor doing the interviews, and he was a very sort of smiley, cheerful kind of guy.
Yeah, he's always positive.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed like a
Which is
very
very
nice young
rare
boy.
for the players.
It's rare
Just
for
in
the player.
public, just playing public games, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can be a really calm professional player, but
In the
a
pub
lot of
games,
those tend to get really heated up.
Clear sailing now.
What type of player are you, Lacoste?
Oh, I get mad
Oh.
so much. Especially when someone just refuses to play the game or refuses to admit that he's wrong. You just say sorry, that we have no problems. Back to you, OD.
Let's see what we got going on here mid. Iceberg. Going for the Midas. He's nearly got it. It's a bit of a... Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bit of
getting
an
Midas
admit
on the
defeat.
DK. Yeah, it really is. You know, getting a Midas on a DK, do you really want to do that? I mean, he's behind, so he feels it's the only way that he's going to get back into the game. He's just got to sort of hope and pray that his team keeps the game going, and the Midas will pay off as...
Or the game could end in the next 5 minutes.
And he uses
and
the
you-
Midas
yeah.
once. It could happen. But I guess it's hard to argue sort of whatever item would really sort of help him recover the state of the game at the moment because of how far behind he did get in that mid lane matchup. As always want to fly. Found outside of the base. Blizzy with the finishing dunk. As this really is turning into just Na'Vi absolutely steamrolling Winstrike in this game.
Right.
I mean, you kind of got to ask yourself, is it surprising? I kind of feel probably not. Na'Vi won game 1. They got away with the draft where they have 4 of the same heroes.
And they didn't have a good start.
And Winstrike didn't even try anything too much different. You know, they have this Gyro, Io, Dazzle again. 3 of the heroes the same. Like, it's like, well, whoop-de-doo. Na'Vi's probably going to have a better time because they did in game 1. And they're crushing even more because this time around, Magical, he had a good lane mid. They ban out the Rubik. He gets himself the Kunkka. He's able to straight up just outplay and win the matchup. Kunkka versus DK. And the rest of the game from then on was sort of been just downhill for Winstrike.
They have
Silent farm, but bottom lane, they crumbled. They just fed their lives away to crystallize his Luna. And this Luna that struggled to get any CS in the first few minutes is now on very much at the top of the net worth with the rest of the cores in the game.
They have a Blink Dagger on a Batrider, but their lanes are in a really bad position.
Yeah.
Mid is pushed out, bottom is pushed out, so they can't really use it. They're trying to get a pick off. You can see by the movement of a Batrider, they don't know if they want to go left or right, since they're knocking on your tier 3 towers.
And just look at the vision as well. Like, this is... Everything here is being warded. This is so sick.
There we go, Blizzy. Leading in onto Iceberg. Grave ain't going to save him. The dunk comes through, and Seneko again getting the supernova off. Can they keep the egg alive? The call from Blizzy will stop them from hitting into it. Iceberg does manage to buy back TP in to kill off the egg. They've lost 3 on Winstrike. Winstrike are striking back. They've got themselves a couple. They did have to buy back on Iceberg for that, though.
I love what Dragon Knight did. He bought back to use the Midas.
He got the Midas off.
Value.
Sally could have gone a lot worse if the egg was successful. But yeah, with that buyback, Iceberg also just able to add that final hit to take the egg down.
How much of a difference will the BKB have that Silence is about to buy? It's like he's 100 gold away or so.
I mean, still this Luna just punches through him. Blizzy's still got the disable. They've got good physical as well from Magical. It's I don't know. It's one of those games where you have to get the BKB, but it's not going to be the item that changes the fight for Winstrike. They're still going to have to almost certainly have extra lives. You know, someone's going to have to buy back for these fights to go the way of Winstrike, because they're still, 9k behind Navi. And Navi, as you can see on the net worth, Navi is a team. They've got 3 cores ready to play the game. Winstrike, they have a Gyro, and then they have this DK and the Bat, who just they're no sort of threat at all really to Navi, as they're just so far behind in farm.
I love what Kanka's building. He's
What's he got?
going towards Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah.
Status resistance so good against the Dragon Knight and Batrider. Also against the Gyro. If you pop it before a BKB, he's just gonna be useless.
It's gonna be so good because with Gyro being the only core really that Navi is scared of.
Iceberg.
Oh, let's watch him. Oh, he's okay. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
He knows.
I wish we could use layers for this, but we didn't update it yet. There was too much stuff breaking our stuff. Because this Midas efficiency, man, this is... I don't know. He needs more.
More
Also-
Midases.
Also, I want to know how
JJ,
much
do you have
money
your
get.
mic on?
Yeah.
Good. I was gonna say
'Cause I also wanna-
you said before you didn't have your mic on. I was like,
No,
dude,
no, I
so-
mean,
he,
I have it-
he presses
I
the
can
button on
mute
the
it.
side. When
you
he
have
does.
got the mic on. Now that's good. Yeah, people want to
Like
hear.
right now, I want to mute myself, so you take
Oh.
over.
Oh, bad.
But that egg, that is a bad egg. The BKB comes out from Silence straight away, takes the egg down. Na'Vi, they're getting chased down by the Gyro. Can they fight back after it? That's the question. Crystallize,
BKB's
he's
over.
separated from the rest of them. He's trying his best to run away. Has he got any sort of people coming over to help him? He hasn't. Crystallize is just get run down by Winstrike as they lose the 2 of them.
That's the
And the
first
3 of them
BKB coming into play.
They caught them off guard.
Yeah.
I guess maybe Seneko wasn't aware, committed with the egg. BKB Gyro just took him down in a few punches.
It's also the vision that JJ pointed out earlier. It worked a little bit against Navi because they felt themselves that they were safe, and I believe that was a smoke gank, right? So they just didn't see them coming, so they got completely caught off guard because they assumed they were safe. They had sentries, they had wards, and then there they are, the whole squad.
Look at this ward. It doesn't show too much.
Can you
On the
bring-
left side.
Iceberg.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, he is dead. He's
Very
dead
Yeah.
for
Midas
70
Ray.
seconds.
Oh.
Oh, no, not the
no.
Midas.
Not the Midas.
Oh, not the Midas.
Because which one? This
Not
one?
like this.
This one, yeah.
Oh, like this.
It shows more to the southeast side of the map. Maybe if it's placed more on top, it would reveal. I didn't test the new wards because of how the map changed.
Well, normally you'd go for that edge if you to make sure that the sentry of the enemy team doesn't catch it, right? But with the sentry range increased, I wouldn't still wouldn't catch.
It's
I guess
kind of
that's
a
still nice.
Anti-Roche ward because it
Yeah.
shows that really kind of 3 ways where you can approach it.
Easy Roche for Na'Vi.
Soneko almost has Spirit Vessel against all that heal. That's going to be a great item. Even though it doesn't amplify heal anymore.
Yeah, it's still super nice. Even just stat-wise. There's Winstrike. Oh, they've got to be very careful with the plays that they make. They do find Blizzy. Blizzy got the blade mail off though. TP in from Sneko comes in. He's going to dive for it. He does have the egg.
I don't think he's going to
probably
use
going
it,
to
though.
save
Oh,
it.
he is.
Oh, okay, they got the call as well. Can they keep the egg alive? They can't because Non-Grad is still able to punch into it. They do have Chew and Blizzy coming forward as well as Crystallize as they take down the Dazzle. Silent now being focused by the three of them. He'll pop the BKB, but the damage from Crystallize is too much. Silent, he has to turn and run. Jump forward from Blizzy. They have the vision to beat him down as well as Winstrike. They lose 3, they lose 4 as Non-Grado tries to come into to find something in trade. He does pop the Aegis, at least, of Crystallize, but overall, again, Winstrike
The biggest
losing these
bait.
fights.
I mean, there were no Dragonite in this fight. I don't know if he was dead.
He was
He
dead.
needed to use his Midas.
But he was dead.
He was dead for 70 seconds because
He was, I
fought
think he was back alive because I think he TP'd to the shrine to use his Midas in the jungle.
Yeah, he just got
Yeah.
up, and I think he TP'd right before
Yeah.
the fight broke out. I'm gonna get replays for tomorrow, so we can check.
Oh, replays
Ooh,
tomorrow.
replays
Oh,
tomorrow.
Can't set it up right now, because we would have to restart the stream, and we're not doing that.
Dire's
no.
middle tower is under attack.
but not looking great for Winstrike. No, not. They need more time for
They
this.
got some glimmers of hope
Midas
here
DK
or
to come
there.
along.
They just need to have another good fight and get a Roche with it, which will take a little time. And also, for some reason, they only have 1 tower down so far, which with the Dragonite, you'd expect them to get at least mid-tier 1 as well, right?
I mean, they're out to, but yeah, the Dragon Knight just got crushed at the
Yeah,
start,
he did.
so Iceberg's having a super slow game.
I think if Soneko pulls off
Yeah.
a good egg, they can't lose a fight.
No.
No.
There were 2 bad eggs in the 2 previous fights. A bit too aggressive. I mean, he can use egg aggressive like that if Axe didn't use his blink and call.
No.
What are we laughing at?
Magical is-
It was like a lot of build-up to him getting the X mark the spot and hitting, but then he X marked him right before he
It was
reached
very
the
tense.
creep.
It was a very tense moment there.
Yeah. He couldn't get the hit up. Oh, poor guy.
With Kanka's HP near Luna.
That
was-
What the hell?
He's not even level 20 yet.
What
Yeah.
level 17? 3,500 HP at
And he's
24
got the
minutes
health
next to
regen
the
as
Luna.
well.
And then he has
He's
Rom. He's like 8k HP, whatever.
Dire's
Oh,
middle
hello.
tower is under attack.
Oh.
Okay.
Lol.
Oh,
Oh, there's
Blizzy.
Dazzle.
He's got the jump.
She's gonna ignore Dazzle.
Oh.
Blizzy ignores Dazzle.
Wait, who was that? Who was that the bat with the force? Was that the bat?
I think so.
The bat.
Yeah,
Dude, he
doesn't
just
call.
saved
Nice.
that Jara's life. That force away from the call. I mean, he's
No.
going to die for it.
Oh,
Or maybe
Crit.
he won't, actually.
Oh, no.
They got him. Blizzy's able to jump down. They got the damage
Magical
needed.
was trying to get a cleave off these creeps, but they didn't want it.
Dude, that was close. They nearly got silent there. That was a pretty clutch save from Non-Grad.
No buyback available on the anybody.
He's only there for 30.
Yeah.
So
Hello?
Nako.
Where's the call?
Oh.
Previous
Uh-oh.
time this
Oh.
happened,
The call. Oh, he wasn't in
too
time.
late.
1 second,
Oh.
he's out.
Oh. What?
Oh, okay.
What? Why did he BKB?
because it was cute, you know, when you press it, when you're still stunned, and you don't do anything afterwards, it's
Yeah.
still cute.
Oh.
He didn't cancel.
Well, we can, yeah. Or he messed up.
Oh, he messed up.
Or he messed up. One
Hello?
of the two.
Hello?
What's going on? Always want to fly. He's dead again. Oh, wait, has he got the dunk? Oh, he's not got the dunk. Dunk's not quite. It doesn't matter. They have the control to keep always want to fly there. 15k lead for NaVi. NaVi. Definitely. Like, NaVi should not lose this game. I mean, they're going to have to feel really bad if they lose this game now at this point. Like, they're so far ahead. They're able to win the early game so hard that Iceberg has to go for this Midas to catch up. If Iceberg does catch up and get back to the game with this Midas, and then Na'Vi loses to the Midas DK, then that's going to be pretty bad for Na'Vi.
I mean, he's getting there. Level 15,
He's
slowly,
catching up.
he's tanky.
Then Na'Vi aren't pressuring super hard, so there is that time.
Yeah.
The Midas absolutely is paid off. Iceberg was in a tough situation.
Midas is ready, use it.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah, he's been given some time, so it's good.
Yeah, it's paying off, and this is the problem. Na'Vi, they've got to be a little wary of that. Obviously, at the moment they're still in a very comfortable position, but things can change if the game goes on. And this DK does eventually become sort of this tanky frontliner.
Ooh. 6 health, easy career.
Oh, crystallize. Doesn't.
Oh, he saw it too late though.
He's
Oh,
gonna get it.
Got him.
Has been killed.
damn. Didn't have anything on there, but still,
Nah.
money's money.
Especially if you're gonna choke the enemy team in the base, it means that they can't get anything from the secret shop
Unless you relocate.
unless you
Ah.
relocate. But then you use relocate. That's a win on itself.
Yeah, I wonder what Navi are waiting for. They have such a lead, and they really can just force a team fight at this
Next
point.
Roche, probably. Oh,
Is he? Yeah, he's in a
Mega
lot of
dead,
trouble
you
here.
say? Yeah. Mega dead. Oh,
What's the Neko?
Soneko.
He's got backup coming in. They've got mass TPs coming through Navi, seeing if they can get a catch off the back of this. Yeah, Mitch is going to tick down a little low to the Spirit Vessel. Won't quite die as he runs to the side. Oh, he will die with Crystallize coming in from the side as Crystallize is able to get the wraparound. Silent does go for the TP. Oh, they go for the egg in an attempt to sort of clear the trees, but they are already all out of there. So it's an egg for nothing.
Did they see that they used the egg? I don't think so.
Radiant's top tower is
I don't think
I
Winstrike
don't think
knows
they
that the
know
egg was
egg is
used.
gonna cool down.
Yeah.
Look at Dragonite. 3,000 gold. He got
Look at him go.
This is going to
level
be what?
18.
What's he gonna buy? BKB?
Radiance? Go Radiance.
Shouldn't he just get a
Dude, you get
BKB?
Midas Radiance. He'll probably.
He's gonna need a BKB if he
Yeah,
wants
he's-
to get to the egg.
Exactly. Yeah, they need to make sure they get
Yeah.
this egg. Yeah, you're right.
And just to stand in the front line against all this magical damage from
Oh, he wants-
Tiny Luna.
He
I wonder
queued
what
up an
AC.
assault cuirass.
I mean, they've got a lot of. It's all physical. There's Luna, Tiny, Kunka. They've got a lot of punch on them, so extra bit of armor won't hurt in terms of keeping the gyro alive.
Maybe the reason why he has AC queued up is because he went for a different talent, no damage, so he's afraid that he's not gonna deal
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, sure.
He has accepted his fate that he is now just the sidekick of the gyrocopter, and it's all about making the gyrocopter #1. He's the Robin to the Batman of the gyro.
Magical's got the full BKB online on the Kunka. As time is given, Winstrike are climbing their way back in.
I mean, if he gets to level 20 and get the GPM talent
Yeah,
plus the
he's-
Midas, he's gonna get to...
Yeah, he's going to catch up.
Yes.
structures are fortified.
Navi, they want to force things. They've got to get something going. If they take one good fight, they can get this Luna into the base and just pound through the defenses of Winstrike. But if they wait a little too long, Iceberg will eventually become some sort of a force in this game. Outside they go. Oh, Blizzy jumps forward, having a bit of a poke, not fully committing yet.
Relocate on
Oh.
runes.
Okay.
All right. That's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra to
Yeah,
go.
you're playing from behind. You need to make sure that the Navi doesn't get full runes
Yeah.
every spawn. Did you get the drag? Back onto always want to fly Yamich. Oh, he gets the tether off before the boat hits. So Yamich is actually going to be fine. Always want to flow is also able to walk away.
Yeah,
Okay,
Silent
back
never
to-
came back.
Back to Kanka's health, 4.5k.
Oh my
Dying.
god. That is actually pretty crazy. He's
Like at
going
this
for the
point, his
glass
HP,
cannon.
like it just doesn't scale as well. If he would get one armor item or something, he would be like
Just get
effective
a
HP.
buckler.
Yeah, just get anything. Like 10 armor, like 60% as damage. Rum, he's not dying.
He just wants to have the big crits though.
He does.
Roche is going to be up in a second or two. Right? Am I reading that right?
Well, how long's the respawn time?
It should be now.
It's a minute.
Close.
Oh wait.
It's this one.
It's that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
All right. It's like a minute, yeah.
Batrider has a gem, so they're gonna get rid of the vision. They want
So
to
does Axe.
drag
though.
this game as much as possible.
I'd say Winstrike is doing definitely better than what I expected them to do, considering how poor their early game went.
Yeah, I mean, well, Navi's had like a 14k lead for quite some time. It's really
Yeah.
sort of stagnated and just sat there.
I'm a bit mad because Navi picked the same heroes 2 games in a row, and in this patch, I feel like you can do anything you want. I just want to see
Silent.
new things.
Just
You
get the
go
BKB
OD.
off. They go for the egg, but with the BKB, Silent just takes it out immediately. Magically Crystallize do focus towards the DK, and they will find the life of Iceberg. Crystallize also able to pick up Always Wanna Fly.
Phoenix have bought
The
back.
call, Blizzy, again, these calls, these catches, turning a couple of kills into 4, straight up. Buybacks out from the Gyro and the Iris. Silent,
He
he's
bought back
immediately...
mid-toss.
Oh, he bought back on the toss.
Mid-toss,
Oh,
yeah.
the feature effed him up.
Friendly beeps.
Oh, I mean, the game was
That's
probably
it.
over.
That's a game.
But that's, did he what? He bought back in the toss?
Yes.
And wow.
And if you're mid-air, for people that are unaware, it means that when you buy back, you respawn at the place where you land.
Yeah.
You're basically
Toss
mid-toss.
always.
Yeah.
You'll always be, if you're alive, where the toss ends. All right. I mean, that actually may have just... I mean, they were probably going to lose the game
Yes.
anyway. But that
But
may
they could have
just
had
lost
one
them the
more
game.
fight in them, maybe. No worries, though, for all you Winstrike fans out there. It is a double elimination bracket. And that means that
NaVi.
they're not out just yet.
But even better, if you're a Navi fan, we're gonna have them play right now. I think.
Oh, yeah?
Is
we're
it?
following
Yeah,
Navi.
I think
following
we're playing
Navi.
the winners final.
I mean,
that means
Navi-
they're probably going to play
the
against
winners game.
Gambit.
I want to see what Navi can do when they don't have the same draft. You know, I want to see what they could do when they don't have Axe and Phoenix. I feel like these are the two openers that if you're playing against Navi, you don't want to have them. You don't want to let them have them. Like you take away Blizzy's Axe, you take away Seneco's Phoenix, you take away one of the two because just together it seems so hard to play against. Specifically the Blizzy Axe. I really feel like if you let Blizzy play Axe, you're probably going to lose the game.
Well, Gambit also plays Axe, so they're going to fight over that. But Gambit is still in the game against Empire Hope, so they're not done yet. In Group A, by the way, both Virtus Pro and Team Spirit are already done and 2-0'd their opponents, which were 7 and no Pango.
The final sort of standard from Winstrike as they try and hold things off. They do kill Crystallize. Magical, still sitting on a good amount of HP. Blizzy again
He's
jumps
sick.
forward, has the disable onto Silent. Chu does get the pick off onto Non-Grata. They do head forward, but Blizzy just staying alive. It's only Always Wanna Fly and Silent left, trying to play around with him. As they keep their distance, the missile will come through, hold him down, but Chu jumps back in, has the damage to kill the Dazzle.
Thankful
GG
beeps.
is finally called.
GG, well played.
NaVi get the series win 2-0. As they look good, but as I said, we haven't seen much. We saw them do the same draft. They still had some mistakes, but definitely many more mistakes made by Winstrike. As NaVi secure themselves a clean 2-0.
I feel like Winstrike was one of the top teams at one point,
Yeah.
but after that, it's just a downfall, definitely. They're not looking good.
No.
I mean, it's only one best of 3 in new patch, but even in the previous patch, you could see that they were not doing that good.
No, they're just certainly it just looked a little all over the place in that game. Just the coordination wasn't there. You have sort of Iceberg struggling in the lane, then having to go for the Midas build and attempt to catch up. And bottom lane, it looked like a lane that they were going to do great. And as you said, Dazzle, Bat, it's pretty strong. You should be able to punish the Luna. They ended up dying in that lane. They played too aggressive,
But
gave away kills.
they did shut down Luna. Luna was with 0 last hits at like minute 4.
She
Yeah,
got a
but
first
then
blood, then a couple of kills.
Yeah,
and then she's
okay,
back
that turned
in.
around,
Yeah.
sure. But they did, I mean, they
They
started out okay.
Yeah, which
first
is how
2
the lane
minutes.
should work. But then they just lost it, or
I mean, yeah.
they just messed up.
Jokes aside, Dazzle had 11 denies at one point. Luna had 0 CS, so they were doing great just at the super early laning stage. After that, everything fell apart for them.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, once again, they picked Dazzle into Axe, so
Yep,
mid-game
they did.
fights are really bad, especially considering that Axe had a free farm, had a 8-minute blink dagger, so
Yeah.
it means that Dazzle is not going to have a good time.
No. We saw a lot of dunks through graves this time as well.
Yeah, I think, as I say, you got to be don't let Blizzy play Axe. Like, he's super good. I think it's literally like his best hero. Like the amount of games that I've seen NaVi win where Blizzy just goes off on Axe is like crazy. They did it time and time again at the minor, and he's showing us that even though the hero's got some changes, a little bit of a nerf, he's still just crushes games with it.
All right.
He's super good on it.
So at the moment, I think we need to have another break, right, JJ?
Is it?
And then we are
You
going to
love
have...
the ads.
I don't think that Gambit is done yet with their match.
Are they not? What's the
I'm
score?
pretty sure. So there is a Gambit Esports ... lobby, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have a.
If it's
password or
if it's
anything
Gambit,
else
because Gambit was playing
Yeah.
against Empire Hope, and either that went to a third game if Empire Hope
No,
won,
no. The
or
lobby is
well
ready.
then it's the Gambit ...
Oh,
because
so who won that series?
Gambit.
Gambit
Gambit.
did it just as quickly. Okay, so it must be
It's
another
still it's not
decently timed
updated yet
series.
on Wikipedia, but
Okay, so spoilers. But Gambit probably won. So we're probably almost certainly going to be doing Gambit versus NaVi
Yes.
next.
yes, and that will be whenever the teams are ready to play. So
Okay.
we should
Probably
probably
pretty soon. They normally move the games
Yes.
on pretty immediately.
exactly.
So we'll run some ads,
Give me 1 second.
and we will
I
be
need to
back.
fix the logos.
Oh,
Then
we're
we can
fixing
cut
the
to
logos, and then we're ready for some ads. And probably the reason why it's not updated, by the way, is because we are done with our game. It's not updated yet either because we're 5 minutes delay, and they only update until
Oh
the
yeah,
5
yeah,
minutes
no,
are
exactly.
over.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it on
So,
Wikipedia.
yeah,
yeah,
that
but
makes sense.
the game's over.
You can.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the break. All right, we'll be right back with more Dots.
NaVi versus Gambit.